Since being eliminated on Sunday, the Tennessee Vols baseball team, Tony Vitello, they have wasted no time in getting to work on getting this program back to Omaha in 2026. Make sure you hit the like, share it out. If you know anybody that has not found the channel, share that out. If you're a returning listener, first-time listener, you like the content, hit that subscribe button. It is free as well. Tennessee Today, and I've made a couple videos talking about this dude. Some of you are probably aware of it already, but Brady Frederick, Southern Conference Pitcher of the Year from ETSU, Knox Bearden, graduate, played ball there, went to school there from Knoxville, grew up liking the Vols. He is a Tennessee volunteer. It's a big pickup for Tony Vitello and his staff, and one thing they've done, they've gone to work on solidifying the pitching staff for next year. He makes the 4th edition through the portal. I'm not counting JUCO guys. Well, I'll count Matt Barr as well. 5th edition recently, pitching-wise. Now, you go back a little bit, Clay Edmonston, pitcher from UNC Asheville, was the Big South Pitcher of the Year. He's a grad transfer. He's in the fold. He's a significant draft risk, though. You got Mason Estrada from MIT, a smaller school. He's a draft risk. I don't know to the extent of Edmondson. I've not seen where he's at on any big boards right now. So, but anytime you're with his type stuff, high 90s stuff, teams like that, that's the going thing right now. So he's a risk. Matt Barr, right now the #1 JUCO player in the country, obviously #1 JUCO pitcher. He's in the fold, significant draft risk as well. Specifically Barr and Edmondson. I think those two are risks. Now you add 2 guys who have eligibility. They're not draft eligible this year. Bo Rudy, right-handed pitcher from Kennesaw State. He committed last week. Now you add Brady Frederick, who's really on that borderline being a submarine pitcher. Definitely a sidearm guy. He's much more underneath, in my opinion, than AJ Causey. Now, I tried to find some video to put up on him. There's no highlight videos of him. You would have to go through games and just find different highlights or just different moments where he's pitching on that. I'm not going through all that, to be honest with you. But I like this pickup because what I like about it is, and Edmonston from UNC Asheville, if he were to make it to campus, he's one of these sidearm guys too. You get these different arm angles for guys. I talked about it yesterday where, going in last year, pretty much all your guys were overhand. I mean, you got a little bit of change of pace with Dylan Lloyd, but all your right-hand guys, I mean, Krenzel was a little more 3/4. His was a little different than the rest. He had a little more drop movement to him. And that's why Tony Vitello went to him in some situations, trying to entice double plays, went to him on Sunday against Arkansas, and it started out pretty good. Once that pass ball, and I'm not putting that on Braden Krenzel, once that pass ball happened, then he hit the batter. He was pulled out on it after that. But you look at what they're adding now. Now, I've not seen the video of Estrada to know where he's coming from. You're going to get overhand guys. Now, if these guys make it in, here's what I think will happen. Rudy Frederick coming in, I would bet Estrada makes it in. Or I wouldn't say I bet. I think he will. All right. You never know, though. Again, you get that draft money going. You get that bonus money while you have leverage. Sometimes it's hard to turn down along the way. So if you get those guys. Now, here's who's coming back that we know. Of course, Lloyd, he's left-hander, around 90. Has good stuff, has good breaking stuff. Tegan Coons coming back again a couple of days ago. The rumors going because he didn't pitch the last 2 weeks. Will he stick around? Will he hit the portal? His brother responded to somebody on Twitter and said, T is a Vol. He's not going anywhere. I don't know what more you need to hear than that. Coons will go play in the Cape Cod League. He's playing for, I think I saw it's Brewster in the Cape Cod League. He'll play some good competition. He probably won't have the leash on him that he had this past season. And there's probably an innings limit, I would imagine. They're not just going to go up there and make him throw 150 pitches every night or anything like that. Tennessee would probably stop sending pitchers if that were the case. Other programs would too. But he'll play the Cape Cod. You get him to Knoxville, he puts more weight on because he put on a bunch of weight last year, like 15, 20 pounds. He puts on another 15 this year. You give him that year in the program, got SEC experience along the way. And the same thing, Braden Krenzel. I've not seen where Krenzel's going to throw this summer. And sometimes guys will just stay in town, work out, and do that. I mean, that's happened as well. So I've not seen where Krenzel. I have seen for sure that Coons, Dylan Loy, Michael Sharman, Austin Breedlove, as far as pitchers, are going to pitch in the Cape Cod League. And I might have missed some along the way. I didn't find all the Cape Cod rosters yet. Those I've seen Ariel Antigua is going to play as far as position guys go. And then there's some dudes already playing in the Appalachian League right now. But you get Coons and Krenzel and Loy. That's three main guys coming back next year. You're going to lose Russell. You're going to lose Doyle, Phillips, Arvidsson, Franklin, Sneed. I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anybody or not. And I saw Joe Doyle, MLB.com, put out another mock draft today. He had Doyle going 9th to the Reds. You had Cruz Schoolcraft, incoming freshman, going to end of the first round. He mentioned with the Braves first round that he had him taking a guy from Oklahoma, but he mentioned possibly Marcus Phillips in that slot. He had A.J. Russell, and he had him going in one of the competitive balance picks before the second round. Not necessarily first round, but one of those in-between picks. And if you look at the drafts over the years, you'll see what I'm talking about. Those are picks based on losing free agents, possibly when they offer them. It used to, I don't know what it's called now. It used to be they offer them, I don't think it's arbitration. It's basically almost like the equivalent of a franchise tag for NFL teams is almost what it's like. But I can't think of the right term. That's basically what it is right now. But anyhow, you're going to lose those guys. Now, another guy to keep in mind, Anson Seibert, who's coming back from injury this past year. He was the top-ranked pitcher in the recruiting class for Tennessee. So he'll be back coming off an injury. He's not going to go right into the rotation throwing 70 to 100 pitches. I expect him to be a relief guy. Could he on down the line be a starter type? Sure. Lloyd could be a starter, but I think right now, based on what I'm reading on it, Tennessee is wanting at least a starter. I don't know that Frederick's a starter. He was a relief guy this year. We saw him in Knoxville on March 18th when he went 3 2/3, gave up 2 runs. He looked good in the appearance, even though Tennessee did score a couple off of him, but it was a solid appearance for him. You're looking also Tennessee, the Rutgers pitcher that I talked about yesterday. They are hosting him now. Let me go back and find his name on here as well. Gosh, like I said, I've looked at enough of these that it starts running together. Landon Mack, that's his name. Landon Mack. He apparently began a visit last night, so I would imagine that will wrap up today. Best case, if you're Tennessee, hopefully you can wrap him up before he leaves campus, but I would imagine a guy like that. And I talked about him yesterday. I'll link at the end. They've spoken highly of him, his prospects. It was D1 baseball guy. Was it Shotgun Spradlin? I think is the guy. Spoke highly of him, said this guy is a future ace for a top-notch college program, Landon Mack. So if you get him, that's probably one of your starters. Coons, I feel, will be a starter. Krenzel could be, but I would think they want to go out and get a lefty as well. I still like Loy in that middle relief role and possibly to close games out as well. Could he spot start? Sure. But I like him in that role because he's a change of pace guy. I like these change of pace with arm angles, with these things that they're doing. And Tony Vitello, I mean, you had that last year on the national championship team. You could go from Stamos to Causey, and then you may go different. You may go to Sneed, you may go to Combs, for example, Cannell, Lloyd. You had a lot of change of paces, a lot of different looks that you could give last year. Wasn't much variety this year, in my opinion, on that. But Tennessee's off to a good start with the pitchers. Man, it'd be great if you could get all 5 of these guys, Barr, Edmondson, Estrada, if you could get those 3 to campus, and Rudy and Frederick. That's 2 big relief guys that you picked up, Rudy and Frederick, right now. That I think is going to be big. And, how do they translate to the SEC is going to be the big thing with it. It's always a big thing whether you're adding a bat or a pitcher along with. There will be more. There will be more. there's going to be subtraction as well. I mean, again, don't have really names off the top of my head. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to sit here and speculate because there could be some guys who, go to pitch somewhere around the country in summer ball, and then they come back ready to go next year and take that step. That's what we need with it. But I do expect plenty of defections from the current team, and I expect plenty of guys coming in. Tennessee's not done, and I think they're fired up and ready to reload this team and get back to Omaha next year. Keep you up to date on any more news that breaks today or that I come across. But as always, thank you for the support. Like, share, subscribe. Links in the description, channel membership, channel Patreon. Super thanks, bottom right-hand corner. Those are greatly appreciated as well. But this is Frank. This is the House of Orange, and I'll see you when I see you.